allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is that mic on over there? Check out, okay.
Okay,
I approve.
welcome.
I move to approve the agenda, Mr. Chair.
Move approve the amended agenda.
Yes.
So, we got a first and a second, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to approve minutes from 11/20/17.
You guys are really easy.
Second.
Why don't we do this when Rick's here?
Yeah,
You're jumping right ahead. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Keep you on
carries.
time, you're already 3 minutes late.
Yeah, but we started too fast.
We figured we need help.
Hey, John, you can come in here. We have some general public concerns. He visited yesterday in church, and this Opine Farms over east of Thor. He's having some issues with the pipe that they're...
Yeah, that, we've been informed, you know, that, we have to dig that, culvert down in the dredge ditch deeper. I talked to Lund, that his dad put the thing in many years ago, and now his son has the business, and by the time I got the letter that it had to be done, I talked to Corey. He went out and looked at it, and he just said, he told me he was sorry he could not do it until next spring, but he said it would be first thing on the agenda. And like I told him, I don't, you know, if it'll be done next spring, the first thing, that's the soonest that we can have it done. And we will have it done, and our goal is to do what the county, or the engineer that had said to, and Rick had talked to him, and Rick had said that we might be able to save the pipe by digging down deep, and we talked with Lund about it, to drop the pipe. And that's our goal, but if we can't, then we'll just have to put a new pipe in, new culvert.
Is the old one removed yet, John?
No.
No, that's
That's
the
the
problem.
problem. He could not remove it until spring. He just said he just was completely full.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Sounds like a working plan to me.
I mean, the only bad thing is, and we all know, that's when we have the most water flow.
Yep.
And it's gonna be rougher, not impossible, but maybe tougher to remove it in the spring. How's that affect you guys for you are guys crossing it?
We'll be crossing it, so it will affect us.
I mean-
We are going to be on him like you wouldn't believe to get it done ASAP, because we want to get into the field to plant our field.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a whole thing.
So, I mean, we don't want it this way. I mean, if you
I
guys
don't.
can do it, if you guys have somebody that can do it for 15 to save the pipe, or 30 to get it done, I don't care. I'll pay the bill.
Well, I mean, that's the concern, because the ditch has been cleaned to specification, and, you know, obviously, the whole reason that...
Is that ditch being cleaned further south too, or is that it for now?
Oh, it's going back up northeast. We're gonna take that spur on up northeast.
How about back to the south? That's
Just to the road,
Just-
just to Washington.
just to Washington?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing further is going further south?
No.
No, okay.
No, we looked at that branch that goes on up to the northeast there, and we're gonna clean that
The
up.
worst spot of that dredge ditch should have been where the dredge ran north, where it ran north. Was that where they had to dig the deepest, or not, or did they?
Yeah, I think so, and then they had a spot on the east side of the bridge down there that they had to fill in. There's a big hole that they had to go in and work over.
But with the time that I noticed, by the time, when I got a hold of Lund, he just, I mean, I'm sure there's other people that do it, but I don't know who I would get.
Well, that's the concern. I don't know who the original contractor was that cleaned that.
I don't know.
They all got big jobs going, they don't like to pull off and do a
Yeah.
little one. That's the problem.
Well, he's done a lot of I went to school with his dad, and Corey, and he went to, or Chad, I mean, is it Corey or Chad? There's two brothers, but one of the brothers went to school with one of my other sons too, so we know them both well, and just always did our business with them.
Well,
Did you guys So you said, John, maybe, obviously, the bottom needs to be lowered for any pipe. Is somebody pretty optimistic that the original pipe can be reused?
Absolutely, nobody's optimistic about anything.
Okay.
I'm not optimistic.
Did they mention it, though, that you, maybe?
Oh, yeah, we know exactly where we stand.
You're gonna...
We're thinking there's a 50-50 chance that the
Fair
pipe
enough.
will be saved.
Fair enough.
50-50.
That's reasonable.
No more than that.
That's reasonable.
I mean, we just do the best we
Yeah,
can.
and you know, I mean, if it doesn't work for whatever reason, then you have the means of putting in a new one, of course.
Well, my question is, if it isn't able to be saved, are we gonna have one on, do we know what getting one would take?
Won't matter in the county because...
No, I understand that, but it's gonna matter to you.
It'll matter to me, absolutely, but if worse comes to worse, I'll open up the fence on the other side with the
No, that's
neighbor
what I
and
wondered, so you could just get
rent
through
that
it.
to Clay Hanson for a year.
Okay.
It's not
You
that
can't
big a deal.
get the other one.
I've already talked to him, if I don't get the tile, the culvert in
Replaced.
time to get it planted, I'm just gonna have him, or just have him cut
Plant
the
it.
plant for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, we're neighbors.
Well, that was what I was wondering.
We're not looking,
That's a good backup.
yeah, I mean, if that happens, we're not,
Well, I think in order to make it work.
Yeah, I mean,
We wanted it done, and he wants it done,
Right.
but when the contractor can't do it, it's kinda like, whether it's,
well, that's
Having something remodeled or whatever.
We were, I went and talked to him, and he said he would like the job, but he just, you could call him, you can get him there quicker, go ahead.
Well,
But-
No, and the only thing is, he wasn't the contractor that did the ditch clean out.
No. No, I don't know if the ditch cleanout people do that kind of work, I don't know. I have never talked to
I
them.
don't know
Well, for
either.
sure, but there was talk about it. I guess the best thing we can do is check into it. If
Well,
someone can get it done sooner, as far as at least removal, I mean,
Well, the
Well,
only
we're
person...
not talking about removal.
We're just
We're
gonna
talking
dig
about
it.
rolling it down first. I don't wanna throw away
no,
$15,000.
It hasn't been taken out of there.
No,
No, it's still there.
it's still sitting there. They're gonna
No,
dig it and try to roll it out of the way, dig it down, and
We
then
don't wanna
reuse
remove it, if at all possible, we wanna dig it down deeper. They're gonna dig beside it, on both sides, roll it out of the way, dig it deeper, roll it back in, cover it, and we'll have our thing again.
Make sure that it's
So you need to
at the
kind of do
grade they
a
need.
whole process with
Yeah.
that.
Yes, it all has to be done at one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the
We
reason.
need somebody that can do that then, and unless we can get someone.
Myself, I hope we can wait and let Lund do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a lot of
He done it
confidence in the
first
guy,
time, so
he's done all our work, he's done all our dozing,
Yeah.
he's done work that has had to been approved by the DNR,
Oh,
he's just done good work for us, and we've been real happy with him, plus he's a friend of mine.
We should have a little dry spell before planting season. We hope to have a little dry spell in the spring before you plant, so that's the best we can do.
Well, if he's gonna be there the first of the spring,
He
he told
promised
him
me
he
it
would
would
be
be
there
right
way.
at the top of the list.
Good.
Because I said, well, it's gotta be, because I gotta get that out, and I gotta get in there to plant it, so I want it fixed.
Right.
Well, hopefully, like I said, you gotta remember, these are drainage ditches. When do they have the most water in them?
Right.
In the spring. And it may be, and I know you've factored that in too, John, it may not happen, because it's usually not dry in the spring. We always could use it.
All we'll do is the best we can.
Right.
And if
Well, we
not, you got a
appreciate it.
contingency plan, it'll get done, so.
Yeah.
I guess that's about all we can do.
That's all we can do. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
We'll go from there.
Thank you all of
Thank
you.
you very much for working with it.
Yeah, well, it's just,
Headache.
I've got an interest too, I want the dredge to work and be right.
Right.
I mean, trust me, I want the water out of there. I think
Exactly.
with the dredge clean, the tile will work better, everything.
Yeah.
Okey-doke.
Glad
Thank
that
you
it's getting
again.
done. Thank you, Bruce.
You
bet.
Thank you, all of you.
Ben, are you back there, I see?
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Ben.
How are you?
Good. Other than,
You can push that out of the way so one of
other
those
than
in there.
the hosing we got on Saturday.
We can put that into the minutes, that Ben feels the same way.
Made things worse, I went to Ames to watch paint dry after the football game.
Oh, yeah, it was
Well, that wasn't so bad, Carl.
They're trying to learn to pass each other.
They're getting a little better.
I think so too. It hurts sometimes, you know, your kids, when they learn to walk, they think they're walking pretty good, and then they fall and skin their knee, and so that's all we're hoping, that they skin their knee, and we're all gonna learn from it, so.
I don't have the agenda, I don't know what the order
Oh.
is.
You have project,
Brothers dash CO 6046.
Here, Carl, I'll give you that.
Okay.
And then he can have it.
That is the BR project that we've got
I can throw it on mine.
scheduled for next year's construction. I have to have it turned into the DOT by tomorrow
okay,
to stay on the February letting progress. This is the bridge just down the hill from you, Eric.
Yep.
Plan is to replace that with a double box, roughly the same size that we did over here on 270th Street. I think it's the next size larger. It's a twin 12 by 12. If I remember right, the cost estimate for this project is somewhere around 275, 290,000, which is about, 100 and a half cheaper than a bridge would come in.
so this would be lead in,
This would be let in, February's
February.
letting with the DOT, February 20th.
So what we need to do is approve your
Approve plans and
plans.
specs.
I moved to, we approve the plan and specifications, bridge box, project BR CO 46-70-6046.
so we have a motion, and we have a second. Any other discussion?
Just wondered, Ben, is there a approximate,
Dave.
start date on this?
The DOT will set that once we submit it to them. Usually they leave it open-ended for the contractor. They'll put something like Labor Day and 25 working days. But the contractor can move in any time after the ink's dry on the contract.
So if we had a relatively dry spring and they
I
could
just
be in there
wondered-
going,
Yeah, could it be summer, early summer?
It could be summer, it could be right in planting season. I mean, we don't know with the contractor. The DOT leaves these so open-ended so that a contractor can get multiple jobs lined up, and then instead of moving here, then eastern Iowa, then back here for a job, they can kind of line up their construction schedule. But my guess is with the contractors that we're looking at, it's probably gonna be in August construction. That's usually about when they move in.
So this, I mean, things gotta be formalities and get this done, and then the bid letting is, when did you say that would be?
That'd be the 20th of February,
February.
and that's when we find out who the contractor is.
Right.
We'll start getting a better idea of,
schedule when they were thinking.
Right,
right,
that's when you're gonna get a better,
February, March, and April are the busy letting dates for the DOT. So by the end of April, most contractors have a better idea of what they've got for jobs lined up.
So will this won't have, will this have guardrails on it? This will be just dirt?
Wide open.
Wide open, and safety factor will be better for,
Yeah, you'll have a wider, flat top.
right, good. Any other questions?
nope,
Got a motion and a second on the,
aye.
call for a vote?
Yep,
So,
call for a vote?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Now we're going to approval of the auto, that's
This is,
the pad deal?
this is our AutoCAD,
I don't know, the,
maintenance program. We have to renew it every year. It renews in, I believe, February, but we usually approve it sometime in December for the contract. It's always been around $1,000. I think it went up $20 this year.
Be lost without it, you can't live without it anymore.
Right, yeah. I wish it was a one and done type software, but most of these companies put you on the hook for every year.
They do. And this is a maintenance plan. Do you find using this maintenance plan very often?
Well, the maintenance plan is basically, they give us the new product every year.
They update it.
That's their version of the maintenance plan.
But, you know, it says maintenance. Is there, for this yearly fee, yearly money, if you do have a problem, is there any support included in that?
I guess we've never come across a problem where we've had to
Well, that-
contact support.
That's unusual, but good.
Right.
That's
right.
unusual, but
You know,
good.
you fumble your way through it.
Okay.
If you come across an error, I mean, I think if the application crashes, it automatically sends an email to the company, and then they do software updates throughout the year. So basically what this buys is it buys the 2018 version of their program, and then includes any updates of the software throughout the year. That's their version of a maintenance.
Back when you was in school, they probably had CAD 1 and CAD 2 and CAD 3. I don't know what they're up to now, probably 20-something like that.
Yeah, they quit numbering it. I think after CAD 14, they just started calling it every year.
Yeah.
We didn't even really work with CAD a lot when I was in school. I mean, it was during my internships that I started actually designing, so.
So, yeah, this is just the update, the CAD, whatever, 50, we don't care what it is, but it's that, and then they keep it updated throughout the year.
Yes.
But, you know, you look at maintenance, you wonder, but you don't have too much, it's a pretty stable system.
Yep.
It's just to update some software.
Right.
I'll make a motion to approve the...
Motion to approve by Dave, is there a second by,
22.15.
Second that.
any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Now we move to voucher number 3 for Peterson Contractor, Inc.
This is the final voucher for Peterson Contractors, Inc. for the bridge to box culvert job that they did over by Larry Lane's.
No contingency, I've driven through there, it looks very good. They did a nice job out there.
Thank you, yeah, they,
I'd move we approve voucher number 3 to Whiteman Inc.
For $98.90.76.
You mean Peterson,
For
right?
Peterson.
Peterson, Inc.
Yeah, that's right, I'm sorry.
And that completes it?
that completes it, yes.
I read the
The
wrong
only thing
line.
left is, the right-of-way, and I talked to the guys doing it last week. They've been here and done their research in the courthouse, and they should be,
What are they up to there?
Wait, excuse me,
For the right of way?
we have a motion,
Yeah.
let's get a
Oh,
second.
second.
Okay. Now you can discuss.
Okay,
Okay.
what are they up to on the right of way?
as far as,
You said they complete something,
they've done all their background research here. They'll set pins and do a boundary
I should've told you.
description for
I
what we
heard Dave
purchased.
saying in a second.
Okay.
And then the property owners that we got an original agreement with will end up getting a final version to sign, and then they'll
okay,
get their
because they
checks.
bought.
Because we bought something from them, yeah.
Okay, just
Yep.
so the
Yeah.
legality of the
Of
area.
what we purchased from them, yeah, we're finalizing that.
But otherwise, construction-wise and all
Construction is
that,
done.
everything is done and...
Yes. Yep, all we have to do is, I guess we have to seed it next year,
Okay.
So
so.
this is the one, if we took this and took a picture and took it up to Livermore, this would be the, other than this is bigger.
This one's bigger. This one's a twin 14 by 10,
Oh, okay.
and the one that we're putting in up by Livermore is a twin 12 by 12.
Okay, but it's gonna be similar.
But it'll be similar, yes.
Okay.
Much shorter than this one over here by Lane's.
And a lot of
Because
trees
the
to take
angle.
out down there, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
yeah, we took a lot out.
Okay, if there's any other questions, other than that, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. I think the other one is on the back
Yep.
side for Weiderman, Inc., project LC 183280. I'm assuming that's complete also at 100%?
Yes, that is complete at 100%. Again, the only thing left for that is right-of-way and seeding.
Everything looks good on that?
Everything looks good on that. The road's starting to firm up. It was a little soft from a rain that we got before we finished.
discussion-wise, you said seeding, both these projects similar for the seeding and that. Is there any possibility going out there, I mean, with this nice weather, it'd be a dormant seeding, but getting some seed out there yet?
The possibility, what we'd end up doing is probably just hand casting something out.
Yeah.
In the past, what we've done is we've used Paul's four-wheeler with a rake behind it to drag everything. Don't see that as an option.
No,
right now.
but there's probably other things that you could do similar.
Right, so if we seed it before, like you said, it'll be a dormant seed, and it's something that we'll probably just go around and cast by hand.
And I don't know without physically going and looking now that these are done, how big an area you're working with, either of these
It's
projects.
probably 2 acres total between the two projects. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but
You know, if you do have the ability to rent cedars, and
we've got a hydro seeder, I'm not sure if it's been winterized
I'm thinking
yet.
that by the time you put the money in the seed, I know that you might have a wet spring, but by the time you put the money in the seed, and if we had a whole bunch of rain, it isn't gonna germinate.
well,
Works away.
this is, like I say, a dormant seeding,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna do anything
Right.
until spring. But the fact of having it in place, of course, you got snow, unfortunately, I'm afraid it'll snow this winter at some point. And, you know, just, if it's an option, it's just something to, you know, and that's saying snow that we don't have any right now. You know,
Right.
If we were getting just nasty, crappy weather, obviously, it doesn't make any sense to, you know, suffer through that, fight through it, but
Right.
just something to, you know, possibility with the,
I'll say something to Foreman. Right now, we're putting snow fence up everywhere. We've finished mixing all of our sand. And then after that, they've got trees to remove.
Let's,
I'll make a motion to approve voucher number 3 to
motion on the table.
Peterman's for $5,820.89.
I'll second that motion.
A second. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. Okay, now we're to the point of the appoint interim engineer. Well, as you see, our
Chairman.
fearless leader missed the flight last night, and so they went out, evidently his daughter was engaged out in Phoenix, and they went out to meet the new family, and he called me last night, he was in a panic, and he missed the flight, which he told us before that he wasn't gonna be here, so we were kinda concerned as to, I said, well, I didn't think you were coming back anyway, but anyway, I guess...
You know, he couldn't get back, so.
I think that when this happened, he was just a little worried about, so I guess are we looking to go into a closed session with this and discuss,
I'm fine with going to a closed session.
okay? So how do I do that, Peggy?
I make a
John's
motion.
here. Wait,
John's
second.
here,
Go
so,
into closed session.
Make a motion, ask for a motion to go into closed session to discuss the appointment of the Humboldt County engineer, and then you take a roll call vote, then you go into closed session, then we kick everybody out, and we record.
okay,
No
So-
decisions can be made in closed session.
then we
And
come
you
back
cannot-
out,
Yeah, you can't take action in closed session.
right? Okay, so then
I make a motion to go into closed session.
Dave makes the motion,
Second.
second by Carl.
Okay. Turn your mics off, I'll go get the tape, give me just